Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be discussing the complete roadmap for Digital VLSI profile. So I will be discussing a 3-month roadmap in which you will be able to start from zero and you will cover everything. So obviously you might have seen the thumbnail and many companies were present, and I myself haven't cracked digital interviews, but obviously I know many of my friends who are in those companies like Google, NVIDIA, Qualcomm and many other companies who have cracked the interviews and have cracked the written tests and are working in those companies, and I have talked with them. I have discussed exactly what things you need to prepare and from where you can prepare as well. Okay, so we'll discuss everything in this video. So let's get started, and before starting the video I want you guys to like this video so that I can get motivated to make more of these videos. Okay, so because there are many things that are present in the digital VLSI, so currently I will be talking about mainly one profile, that is digital design profile, and if this video gets enough like, I will talk about more about projects. I will talk about more other profiles as well. Okay, so let's start. What is a syllabus? So syllabus for written test and the interviews are roughly the same, but main things what you need to focus for the written test is these topics: quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning and English. So this is the aptitude portion. Then gate electronics syllabus. So strictly for digital electronics and analog electronics, if you are preparing for both profiles, strictly focus on gate electronics syllabus for digital electronics and analog electronics. I will specifically say what extra you need to prepare for digital electronics as well, that I will come to. Then obviously basic electronics, and inside basic electronics your basic network theory comes into the picture, right? And other topics that I will also come to. Then bit of coding. You need an idea bit of coding. For analog VLSI profile you don't need any idea for coding, but for digital VLSI profile you do need to understand bit of coding to get placed in those companies, because I have asked them and they do ask you questions, coding related questions in the interviews. So that will get asked, and in the written test as well that will get asked, and as well as bit of puzzles I think mainly get asked in, like one of my friend told, they mainly get asked in Qualcomm, but other companies they don't ask. One thing you have to understand is the written test, right? Like the trend is generally the written test is on the easier side. Okay, but it can change. Obviously they can always change their questions, but what I have heard, the trend is the written tests are on the easier side. You will be able to clear the written test. So if you prepare these many topics, and I will obviously say the resource from where you can prepare this. And what about interviews? So after the written test, what will happen? Candidates are selected based on your written test score and on the CPI. So this happens in very rare events, but some companies do shortlist based on CPI. So if some of your seniors have said don't worry about the CPI, so they are saying wrong. Okay, you have to focus on CPI, not too much, not like you have to score 10 GP or something. It's okay if you are above 8. Okay, even if you are above 7.5, that's also fine, right? But that's on the edge. Okay, I will prefer, if you want to be on the safer side, just keep your CPI or CGPA, you might say, above 8. Okay, that is very important. And do remember, if you get selected in the interview, sometimes there are a lot of things that can happen. Okay, because there are a lot of permutations and combinations, because the interviewer might be some from team that he is asking you questions which he knows best, but you don't have very good knowledge of that particular topic or that particular area. You don't have expertise over that, so he may ask questions from that particular topic, so that name might not be yours. Okay, and you might get nervous. So my recommendation will be just like, remember this, luck can play a big factor in the interviews. Just keep yourself calm and try to answer the best whatever you know on to your knowledge. Okay, so these things are the tips for interview, and what things you know to prepare for the interview, that also I will come to. So basically whatever things I will mention here, whatever topics I will mention here, right, you study those sequentially. Okay, like the first I'm mentioning digital electronics, so this is the highest priority. So this is where you will start your preparation. So you will start your digital electronics preparation by seeing the gate syllabus, and these are the topics that mainly you need to prepare. Okay, so these topics is basically the before the combinational part of the digital electronics: Boolean algebra, logic gates, K maps, combinational circuits, CMOS inverter also, it's a big topic that I will give you time, okay, extra. But these 4 topics, it should take you maximum of 10 days. I'm still giving you headroom, a good amount of headroom, maximum of 10 days. Okay, I will say you the days as well, how much time it will take, and we'll totally cover it in 90 days. So, and next, after finishing these topics, right, you will come to this. Okay, CMOS inverter you can study later on. After finishing this combinational circuits, you can study this sequential circuits, logic families, basic semiconductor memories. This is basically the gate syllabus basically. And these, right, sequential is actually pretty big, and inside it we have latch and hold, all those things, right? So hold and sample circuits and all those things. So this will take you a bit more time. So I will give you 20 days here. So 20 days and 10 days, total 30 days right now. So from where you can prepare. So for digital electronics, we have started on our channel Prep Fusion. Okay, you can go and watch. I will provide the link. All the links will be mentioned in the comments and the description below. So for preparing for GATE syllabus, that is digital electronics, right, you can follow our playlist, that is Digital Electronics by Himanshu Agarwal Prep Fusion. But most important point is everything won't be free here, right? So all the topics are not present here. The remaining topics you might have to study from somewhere else, or what you can do, you can study from our full course. So if you study from our full course, this digital design for campus placements, all the theoretical portion will be covered. I will provide the link to the launch video of the course as well. What is the course curriculum and all. So all the theoretical portions of digital and everything related to computer organization and hardware and other things, right, that will be present, but the coding parts won't be present. Okay, so I will also mention which will not be present. Now you might say, sir, you are like promoting course and all. Yes, I am promoting because all of this takes a lot of hard work. So just tell me, you are giving the interview of the company, and in the company interview you say that, sir, I want to work for the company but for fee. Okay, you don't do that, right? So obviously we also are providing this much of services, so we have our expenses and this much hard work. We need some money to sustain this thing, right? So that's why we charge money. So this is the thing. This is from where you can prepare for digital electronics for GATE. So this is our newly launched course. I will provide the course curriculum and link. All those things will be in the description and the comments below. Now this totally will take you 30 days to completely finish digital electronics. Will take you 30 days. CMOS inverter I will come to, don't worry. Now side by side, right, you started digital electronics, side by side you practice Aptitude daily. Okay, because Aptitude is just about practice, right? Aptitude is just about practice, nothing else. So you practice Aptitude daily, from where you can prepare. So you have a playlist on our Prep Fusion channel, that is Aptitude Simplified. There we have covered all the GATE POQs of the latest 5 years. Okay, so that you can follow. Or if you want to study comprehensively for Aptitude, you can purchase our course Aptitude for GATE and Placements. But if you have already purchased this course, right, this will be already present. Aptitude will be already present inside this. You don't have to separately purchase this Aptitude course. Okay, don't worry about that. So that is one thing. This is from where you can prepare for Aptitude. Now let's come to the CMOS VLSI part. As I said, I will talk about that later on. So in the CMOS VLSI part, you mainly have 3 topics. You have to study basics of MOS physics, basics of CMOS inverter, power analysis in CMOS. Okay, so for CMOS VLSI, again, if you want to study these topics, you can study this from on our channel Prep Fusion, because there is a playlist there of analog electronics. There he has taught the basics of semiconductor physics. So first you study basics of semiconductor physics. Okay, that is present there for free. Then you study basics of MOS physics and the lectures afterwards that. Okay, I will say all this in the later part when I will discuss about the analog section as well. I will discuss about that. So this video is very important, so do listen to it completely. Okay, don't skip it. And basics of CMOS inverter is, I think, present on Himanshu Agarwal's channel. You can study from that, but that is an old content. He has obviously improved his content. So if you want to study from improved content, right, you can obviously purchase our course, because there in the course it is already present. In the course it will be already present, don't worry about it. So if you buy the course, you don't have to worry about anything. But if you don't like it, I have told you about the free resources as well, right? So now from where you can study the STA. So after this, right, after you finish this studying these topics can take you up to 5 days. So total we have covered 35 days. Next we'll come to STA. Okay, STA means static timing analysis. It is also a very important portion which can be asked in interviews. Okay, may not be asked in written test, but can be asked in interviews. So there is a playlist by Yes Jens here. You can cover that. Okay, cover all the videos. Or obviously if you are preparing from our course, you don't need to study STA. Otherwise you just study STA from Himanshu Agarwal himself. Okay, this can also be asked, like not too much in depth, but this can be asked in surface level. Okay, and total time it should take you to complete is 5 days again. So total we have covered 40 days now. Next we'll come to the Verilog portion. So Verilog is also important, because after studying the digital electronics, right, you have to implement. How do you implement? You implement in using a code language that is Verilog. Okay, so in Verilog, right, there are 2 playlists. You can follow either of them. Okay, this one is also good. This one is the newer one and this one is the older one. So whichever one you prefer, whichever one is your good taste, you study that. So in this case, like, you only study up to lecture 24, because after that, right, he is talking about hardware implementation that won't be asked in interviews. Okay, But for here also, before the hardware implementation you study everything, and after that you can skip. Okay, and don't worry if some things are not on your mind, or if you're not able to cope up or understand anything, right? Just like go along with the course, and up until the end you will be able to figure out. And if you, even if you don't figure out it, with more brainstorming and more studying and like doing things on your own, then only you will be able to understand which you are not able to understand previously. So this is very important. It's okay if you're not able to understand everything at that point of time. You write those things down, then you move along with the lectures, and at the end, after finishing the lectures or after 2-3 days, that thing, right, what you are not able to understand, that thing may click on your head. Okay, it's not important that everything you will understand at that point of time only. Okay, so that is also another important point. And what else can you do for Verilog? Okay, you can implement your whatever lab assignments you are given, right? In your college you do digital electronics lab, all those things you try to implement on Verilog. Okay, that is also a very good practice for you. So for Verilog, right, I'm giving you a sufficient time, that is 20 days. Okay, I'm giving you sufficient time, 20 days to prepare Verilog. So all these things you can do for Verilog, I've told you specifically. There is a book as well, one book, Verilog SDL by Professor Samir Paltnitkar. Okay, so you can buy that book. I will provide the link to that book. And obviously this book is very important. This is the must do questions book for digital electronics. So many students may ask, where should I practice? From where should I practice? This is the golden resource. Here there will be many questions. Okay, and if you do completely practice all the questions, right, you will be prepared for interview like to a very high level. Okay, to a very good level. So these are the books. This is about the Verilog. So I've told you up until now we have covered totally 60 days, I think. Okay, that was 30 and 5 and then 60 days. Now we'll talk about COA, computer organization and architecture. So I like there are few resources as well, and Himanshu will obviously teach. So if you want to study from Himanshu, you can obviously, like, that will also be covered in the course digital design, and these are the syllabus, gate syllabus, so you can cover that. Okay, and for this computer organization and architecture, I will give you again 10 days. Okay, there is no limit to this computer organization and architecture. How much you can study, that much is enough. So COA, right, I have heard like get asked a lot in like interviews in NVIDIA, those type of companies, but it may get asked less in Google may ask more coding related questions. Okay, that also I will talk about. So then for if you want to study from free resources, there is one very good playlist from basic computer architecture from Smruti R, Professor Smruti R Sarangi. You can follow that lecture series, or you can follow the NESO Academy lecture series, whichever one you prefer from NPTEL. Okay, so this was about the computer organization and architecture, and this is the highest priority one. Okay, this is the highest priority one. Then I will recommend you to have a bit of knowledge of C programming as well. So everyone studies bit of basic coding, and for digital electronics you need an idea of coding. So for C programming, I will recommend you to study up until at least from pointers and basics of DSA. This one is also very important. Basics of DSA also you should know. Okay, so this might at max take you 5 days, or I am giving you more days, but like at max it can take you 5 days, because we already know a bit of programming, because everyone studies programming in class 11th or 12th, a bit of that we have idea. But okay, here I am still giving you more 5 days. Okay, so this can go more also. So this we can give 10 days as well. Okay, this we can give 10 days for DSA and all those things. And also I will recommend you to study a bit of embedded C as well. For embedded C as well, I'm providing you a free resource. So this is from like introduction to embedded systems from NPTEL. So you can follow this NPTEL lecture. I will provide all the links in the comments. So up until lecture 20 you see about embedded C. So okay, embedded C, how we are implementing embedded C and all those things you study, because that also sometimes get asked in digital electronics interviews. Okay, so and a lot more things also get asked. Okay, in interview you never know from where you will be asked questions, because your interviewer might be from some team which has expertise in analog domain or something. So he may ask question from analog as well. That also I will come to. Okay, so this also I will giving you 10 days. So total 90 days for all of this. Okay, so I have given you enough time. So obviously you have your other work as well, you have your college as well, all those things, but still I have given you total 90 days to finish. It's okay if you take more time, but I just given you the optimal time what you can finish the course on. Okay, or like this roadmap. Now few things which are low priority, but if you know those things, right, that will give you an added advantage. Like network analysis. This is a basic chapter, right? Basic electronics chapter. Everyone should know this. everyone should know study and network analysis. So if you know this, what will happen? Sometimes the interviewer is from some analog domain, so he may ask you questions from RC as well. Okay, he may ask you some simple questions only, but if you are not able to answer that may provide a bad impression. So that's why this is on the low priority. Okay, these are on the low priority, but still I will recommend you to study. Okay, that's why I'm not providing you any time span here, because main time span has been finished, but still priority. You should do all this. At least complete the DC portion. This is again present on our prefusion channel. You try to finish up until the DC portion. So on an average, it takes around 20 days to finish this playlist. So you can finish this side by side, because you already know basics of network, all those things, right? So that's why. Next is analog electronics. So for analog electronics, also I will recommend you to study basics of MOSFET and op-amp. At least you should know what are drain, source, all those things, right? Terminals, then gate terminals. What is the how does the characteristics of a MOSFET look like? Because in CMOS MOSFETs we only use, right? So you should know all these things, okay? And op-amps also, I will recommend you to at least know basic of op-amps, and like what is the ideal op-amp, what are the conditions for op-amp for the negative feedback to work. All those things you should at least keep and have a basic idea, overview. So this also we have playlist, you can go and follow that. Okay, so and one more thing, one of my friends suggested that just have a overview of the VLSI design flow. So there is a course of VLSI design flow from RTL to GDS. Don't need to study everything, just have a basic idea. Just have a basic idea of the whole flow. How does a VLSI design actually works, from verification, validation, all those things? How does it work? Okay, just have an overview. Don't have to study everything, right? Just have an overview. Now, if you want more guidance or specific guidance regarding specific roles, right, you can follow my playlist, like this video which you are watching. This has a playlist named as Ultimate Guide for EC VLSI Semiconductor Domain. So here I have asked many people, like I've interviewed many my friends and colleagues who are working in different companies. They also explain their experiences, what things they prepared to clear interviews, to crack interviews. So you can watch this playlist, right? Also I have given guidance for other profiles as well. So for analog VLSI profile, you can watch that video, okay, and you can get an idea how to prepare for analog VLSI profile. So all these videos are there, you can follow this playlist. Next is, if you want some personalized guidance, and also if you want a bit of resume review, because they do see bit of resume as well. Few companies do see resumes and few companies don't. Okay, so if you want a bit of resume reviews, so you can obviously connect with me at TopMate. I will provide that link as well. So there I do personalized guidance, mentorship, and resume reviews, and also I conduct interviews, mock interviews for analog domain. So you can follow me on TopMate, and obviously you can ask some questions, personal questions, and also you can follow me at LinkedIn. There also I regularly post guidance and information related to VLSI industry. Okay, now where can you purchase our course? You can visit our website prefusion.in. all the links will be present. So we have analog VLSI course, we have road to IIT, so who are preparing for gate 2025, right, and want to get a chance at IITs, want to get a seat at IITs, and if you are preparing from scratch, you can join our course. Here you will get all the things, all the features were mentioned. So all the course videos, course launch videos will be present in the comments below. So you can visit our courses. We have test series, we have full courses, engineering, mathematics, aptitude, all those things are there. You can just visit our website and you can purchase whatever course you like to study. Okay, so that is it basically from my end for digital VLSI profile, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.